What's up, my sugar daddies and my sugar bronies and brony baloney dildos? What's going on, dude? What's going on, my boys? We're doing it. F it, we're doing it live. Here we go. We're live, we're large, we're in charge. We're feeling good. Making trouble in our neighborhood. Yes. Yes. Give me one moment, folks. Here we go. You know what's a cool site, dude, is freaking Internet Archive. Archive.org is amazing. It's an amazing thing. Holy crap, man. This is tight. Yes. This is so baller, dude. Dude, Internet Archive, dude. Can we just give a shout out to Internet Archive real quick? What a cool website, man. Like, it lets you see all the ancient stuff. All like I love it, man. It kind of gives you a, because the internet, while it's not that old, in all actuality, the internet's not that old. In the grand scheme of things. And it's interesting to see what the internet has evolved into. Sure, Capo, what's your question, Brony? Give it to me straight, my Brony brother. Or not, I don't really care. Now, I want to kind of show you guys how to survive as a minimalist, right? So the thing is, during Christmas time, people pressure each other to, you know, focus on the materialistic side of things and not like the whole familial side of things, trying to get to be around your family. And I think that's the most important thing, right? Being around your family is more important than the things you get. And truth be told, I think Christmas is it's a great holiday. I understand the meaning of it, but I do feel like the meaning is lost. The meaning has become material, and that's the part of it that sucks. And I'm a minimalist, straight up. I don't really own a lot of stuff. Now, obviously, are my counters kind of messy sometimes? Sure, that's because sometimes I'm a little disorganized sometimes, but, Hey, my boy TJ. What's going on, my brony? My bronies. My boy TJ in the house. Hell yeah. Get a little merry early Christmas in, because I don't know how many shows I'm going to do before Christmas time. So to anybody out there, Merry Christmas beforehand. I've been pretty busy, to be honest, and I always am during Christmas time, man. Capil is asking, do you need a video editor? No, I'm good. I pretty much either delegate my video editing to AI or I delegate it to myself. I mean, I actually kind of, oddly enough, the older I get, the more I enjoy video editing. I didn't think I'd ever say that. Yeah, no, and TJ is saying 100% we need to put Christ back into Christmas. It's about family, not things. Precisely. I would like to see more emphasis on just being around your family, man. Being happy that they're around and remembering the ones you don't have anymore as well, and really having the best thoughts that you can about them. Yeah. Yeah, I just feel like a lot of things have been lost on a lot of people. And granted, we're living in some weird times where there's a lot of societal pressures to be certain ways, to think certain ways, to do certain things. And I say the best thing you could do is be brave and not succumb to other people's versions of what you need to be, right? You could be what you want to be. There is no shame in that, man. I do feel like we kind of live in a strange world today. A stranger world than we used to live. But we're not living in the worst times. I think we're actually living in some really good times. I just think we need to pick and choose when and how we reject society, right? Because society can get really overwhelming. Things in life can get extremely overwhelming, and I don't think it's talked about enough. Quite recently, I just realized I was very overwhelmed. And I kind of had to admit this to myself. I was feeling extremely, extremely, extremely overwhelmed. And now I'm not feeling so bad, I guess you could say. But no, I sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, hope everybody does have a Merry, Merry Christmas. I want to see people happy. I want to see people doing their thing. And that's important to me, man. I like it when people are in their right frame of mind, feeling good about, where they're at. And you guys are going to have to forgive me real quick. I'm looking at a couple things here, trying to get a gauge. What format is this? Huh. Sorry, guys. I'm checking out something real quick. Let's see. 1 page, 2 page. Huh. Interesting. Download. Is that how big the... Oh, that's a huge file, man. Holy crap. Friggin' wild, dude. Sorry, you guys. I'm still doing something real quick. I didn't expect to be this. Let's see. TJ saying I'm trying to give my kids something similar to what I was given in the 80s and the 90s. Yeah, and I will say that we don't necessarily want to program the kids to be like dopamine addicts, And I'm not saying kids are always, they're... What's crazy is kids are marketed to wildfire these days. If you think about it, think about like all the marketing you see on TV. Think about all the marketing you see online. So if your kid is using a tablet or using a smartphone or using some sort of device, they are constantly being sold something. Something is trying to be sold to them. And in a lot of ways, hey, Merry Christmas, Chris. I appreciate that, man. Merry Christmas to you too, man. Yeah, let's give a shout out to Chris. Merry Christmas, brother. Merry Christmas, man. But yeah, no, I see what you're trying to do, man, and I think that's perfect, TJ. And you know what? It's tough because when you're a kid, obviously, you know, kids want to fit in with their friends, and they see their friends like with the latest phones or something like that, or to that extent. And it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I would say try to encourage. I don't know. It's tough to encourage less materialism when you live in a material world. You know what I mean? Because we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. Okay, anyway. Sorry. No, but no, overall, like, seriously, because it's a tough one. It's a tough one, man. And I don't know what the right answer truly is. I really don't. I know what I would probably do, but probably encourage, you know, if you have material things, I think it's good to focus on what they do, what the material thing does, right? So, for example, I have a Dell laptop. I've got an HP computer. Now, computers, for me, they have a huge return on investment, right? So the only material things that I own are things that are useful to me, right? Because material things, ultimately, the way I see them, is a tool, right? I don't actually own a lot of material stuff to just look at and admire, because that's not how I really function. It's not who I am at the end of the day. But yeah, I think, and it's interesting, man. It's interesting. Blitzball World Series. What up, Brody? What's going on, dude? Thinking about tagging a product in here. What sort of product should I tag? I'm gonna probably tag a Google Pixel phone, but yeah, I want to give a shout out to Google Pixel. By the way, this has been one of the. By the way, I'm a little materialistic sometimes, not all the time. So, like I said, I everything I own has a purpose. This phone runs my business. This phone runs my business, straight up. It's a Google Pixel 8 Pro, but it runs my biz, right? And every single thing I own has some kind of functionality to it. And that's the thing, man. Ultimately, what does it do? What does it do? But yeah, no, I love the Google Pixel 8 Pro. This thing runs my business, basically. Yeah, I love it, man. Yeah, in this thing, like I said, I do stock trading with it. I do like delivery driving with this. It coordinates a lot of stuff. And it's a reliable device. Like, that's the one thing I will say about the Pixel 8 Pro is how extremely reliable the device actually is. Yeah, I've grown to really love this device. I mean, like how it functions and how it allows me the freedom that I want to live the life that I want. And when you have the freedom to live life the way on your terms, man, that's like the best thing, dude. So John Doe is saying that he got a haircut today, was going to the barber and farted, and heard sniffing going on behind. Oh God. So, well, I mean, if you're gonna fart and the barber's right behind you, bro, I mean, they're gonna be like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And don't worry. I mean, flatulence happens, brother. Flatulence happens. You're fine. You didn't? Did you like take the barber's face and like put their face in your ass? I mean, if that would, you should probably feel bad about that. Blitz, but what's going on, Blitz? How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well, man. Hope my brony brother. I gotta stop calling everybody my brony brother, dude. It's too much fun, though. I can't help it. But Merry Christmas, though, and this is kind of a minimalist guide to Christmas. Because the reason I kind of wanted to make this kind of live video is to let you guys know if you're minimalist and you don't feel like spending a lot of money, you don't have to. If you need somebody to, I mean, I don't think it's good to request permission out of people. I think the only person you need to request permission from is yourself at the end of the day when it comes to like your choices, your own personal choices that you make in life. Look, people are going to pressure you to be materialistic. People are going to pressure you to buy tons of gifts or prove how much you love them by getting them tons of gifts. Honestly, I think it proves that you're trying to buy them out. To be honest, I don't think there's anything romantic about that. But look, granted, I understand that people have different outlooks. Mine's a little more cynical. I'll admit it. I have a more cynical view of what Christmas has become. I think it has become a little too on the edge of materialistic. Samuel Westall. Yeah, no, I'm just doing this a little early. We're doing a little minimalist guide to Christmas. And yeah, you know what? Honestly, here's the thing. If people get me a gift and I can't utilize it in any way, I'll probably sell it. Or I'll return it for something that I can utilize. You know what I mean? Commercialized Christmas, but Xmas is Xmas. Yeah, I could see that. But yeah, no, I do feel like the Christmas gets a little too overly materialized. And look, I have everything that I could ever want. Like, I tell people, you don't need to get me gifts. Because I'm probably not getting a lot of people gifts anyway. Like, because I just don't feel like participating in that side of it. Right? I feel like participating in the camaraderie. Sure, maybe I'll bring some food over or something. Maybe I'll bring a 6-pack of beer. But, I mean, the older you get, I mean... And look, you don't want to deprive children of getting gifts. I think it's good that, kids get gift on Christmas. That's fine. But I think as an adult, I just don't really need much. I already have everything I want. I got the woman that I care about. I got, friends I care about. I got a lot of people I care about. That's all that really matters to me. And I want to try to keep them around as long as possible, But that's the thing, man. Frog eat frog. No, dude. We're not. Frog eat frog. We're not doing drugs. Hell no, dude. We ain't doing that, brony. We ain't doing that, man. But, yeah, no, I don't really see the... I don't feel happiness through materialism. I just don't. And that sounds like a very hippie side of things. And look, don't get me wrong. I still own material things, but the joy I get from the material things are the things that I can produce with the material things, right? This computer, man, allows me to do this show. That brings me joy. So as a result, yeah, some material things do give me joy, right? But I find the things that give me the most joy are the things that allow me to produce. Samuel Westall just subscribed, dude. Sam, I thought you already subscribed to the channel. Is this the same Samuel Westall? Or is it or is this a different, is this like an alt account that you got? Either way, Sam, welcome aboard. I thought you were subscribed already, but maybe not. That's okay. But hey, Merry Christmas though to everybody. And it's Super Chat Monday, everybody. What up? But yeah, no, I think that overall what we're seeing is, we're seeing, I think more people are becoming less materialistic. I'd like to believe that. I would hope to believe that. But hope is merely a cheap drug and things like that. But no, I think we're on the right path as a society. I kind of have been feeling that lately. We're on a better path. And, yeah, so I think we're good, shockingly. Merry Christmas, Frog Eat Frog. I'm not going to highlight that specific chat, but I will say Merry Christmas to you, Frog Eat Frog. I appreciate you, bro. And Merry Christmas to all you guys. You know, no matter what you guys believe, honestly, I wouldn't say I'm like a diehard Christian or anything. I'd consider myself fairly agnostic, I guess you could say. I do lean towards creative design, a creator than not at all. I do believe, it is possible that maybe we are a happy accident. I've considered that. But at the same time, though, I could see that maybe we're not. Maybe we were created by something bigger than us, I think it's healthy to consider. I'm feeling pretty good, Samuel Westall. I'm doing well. Frog Eat Frog is saying Jesus is the only way, Garza. Heck yeah, no, I mean, granted, I've just, I'm not gonna deny, I will say this though. Oddly enough, I have let Jesus in my heart before. Still there, I'm assuming. Because honestly, I've seen Jesus as a force for good. So if he does exist, of course I'd want Jesus in my heart. Yes. And, I guess sometimes it's very tough for me to see past the physical, but I got to realize that there are more invisible forces out there than visible. So, you know what I mean? Just because I can't really see the air doesn't mean that it's not there, So I do have a lot of faith in the invisible as well. So the things that we can't perceive, the things we can't directly feel. Thank you, Frog Eat Frog. I appreciate that, man. Hey, sometimes we're all a little bit of a piece of garbage. It's all right. You're the man, Frog Eat Frog. I appreciate you, bro. You're the man now, dog. I gotta check this out real quick. Hold on. But yeah, I will say though, Google Pixel 8 Pro, man, this is the phone I love to use. It helps me run my business, man. And yeah, am I a little on the materialistic side of things sometimes? Sure. But not really. Like, I'm not like overly materialistic, and I'm very happy about that. I'm happy that I chose a life of minimal materialism, you know. And I'm very much a minimalist, you know. I would say, I guess you could say I'm a utilitarian, I guess would be the most accurate description of how I live my life. And I'm proud of it. I'm very proud of how I've been able to live my life, you know. But thank you, Frog Eat Frog. I appreciate you, bro. Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button, though. I really appreciate it. Tap that subscribe, and also gifts are read first. That's another thing. My Bruni brothers. But yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, though. The more subscribers we get, the better. It does help the channel grow quite a bit. So we do whatever we can, and yep. Hmm. Hmm. All right, let's see. Man, these Jeffrey Epstein files, though, my God. It is crazy. I've been taking a look at some of them, like, I'm grossed out by it, man. It's pretty sick. Pretty disgusting, man. Jeffrey Epstein, dude. That guy, dude. Can I do ASMR for a full minute? I guess. What sort of... You want me to drink? Wow, 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 wow. Oh, God. Okay, I got to stop with this. Hopefully that was enough. Tim Smith says, my strategy covered call dropped its distribution for January's payout. I don't care. I've put it into drip. I'm riding this thing till the next peak. Oh, no. Well, hopefully, see, I don't mind covered calls. I just hate it when Mortis says that, bruh, that was cheeks. All right, whatever, dude. Mwah. Mwah. I'll give you kisses, Mortis. Mwah. I'll give you kisses, bro. No, but let's see. So Tim Smith is writing his covered call like, here's the thing, man. I think covered call strategies are good, but only good for indexes, in my opinion. Example, the XYLD, I actually love that one because it's doing call contracts and using the S&P 500 as the collateral for the call contracts that are for specifically the S&P 500. So you are sacrificing the upside of growth, but you are getting very fat dividend incomes through the premium income. You're getting premium income right there from the derivative income. So there's a lot of advantage having some covered call exposure in your portfolio. That's the way I see it, at least. Tim Smith says it's still rocking a 48% annual yield. Not bad. 48% annual yield. Damn. Look at those pants. That's crazy. Honestly, a 48% annual yield. How much has the share price dropped? That's my curiosity. Because part of me is afraid of the micro wiener strategy, covered call strategies. Because, I mean, I think it's good to bet again. I personally enjoy betting against Michael Saylor in any capacity. That's why I bet against Bitcoin. I bet against Bitcoin because Michael Saylor pisses me off, dude. Michael Saylor is so sexy. Okay, you guys, I actually got to go. I didn't expect... so I'll do a stream a little bit later. I do have to go help... I have to help my girlfriend real quick. She needs me to get her a couple things real fast. So I do want to say I'm sorry. I did not expect to end the stream. But I will be back. I will be back to stream a little bit more, potentially. And I'll see you guys soon enough. Sound good? All right, you guys are rock stars. Sorry about that. I didn't expect to end it, but I gotta help my girlfriend out a little bit. So I love you guys. Merry Christmas to all.